Okay. Good morning, everybody. On this new session, new week, new session, and even a new project. So, what are we going to do about it? Last week, we were still wrapping up the whole scenario with the instant democracy. But as I've mentioned, then I've decided to kind of put that on hold. And instead, we're going to try something new, something I've also been very eager about to try, which is mobile game development. And in this case, it's going to be with Unity. I'm also very interested in Unreal, but I think that's a bit less mobile, if a bit more advanced, more heavy. But yeah, also not really suited for the type of game I have in mind for this one. So this is something completely new to me as well. Don't really have any real experience with mobile game development, especially not with Unity. So we'll see how it goes. This also means that I can't really give much of my knowledge or tell a lot about my knowledge, my own experiences. So it will be more about trying to seeing how I struggle, trying to figure everything out. Of course, with the knowledge I've done in regular development. But yeah, so it will be. It's going to be an interesting one. Yeah. So what this is about? Also, the game, you can't really see it because Visual Studio Code kind of cuts off the bar on top and it really takes only the window starting here. But anyway, so what is it about? You can't see the name anywhere, which is a bit sad. So I've called this game Pixel Painter Challenge. It would be better if it was PPP, but okay, Pixel Painter. Can't find anything else that would make sense. So Pixel Painter Challenge is it's all about painting. I guess that makes sense. No, so it's about like you have those 2D square, how do you call it, pixel related things. So the game is going to consist of a grid, uh, which squares, which are there to represent pixels. They're not going to be real pixels because I mean, like pixels would be too small, but they would consist of squares, which are not too big, not too small. The exact size we'll have to see. And then the goal would be to paint a certain image. So the images will also be pixelated, and you have to match that. Sounds pretty easy. There, of course, will be some challenges. You will have limited moves. I'm not sure if it's going to be limited moves in total or limited moves per color. Maybe limited moves makes more sense. I'm not so sure. Um, we will see. We'll see how it goes. We'll experience with a couple of things, I guess. So yeah, so you have limited moves. So it means that, for instance, if you want to paint something like you first have to paint the whole canvas a certain color or half the canvas one color, then you have to paint on top of it with another certain color. Otherwise, if you would try to do it in too many segments, then you would run out of moves. So you can paint whole areas. In the beginning, it would only be squares, I guess, or like rectangular shapes. But later on, I am intending to also do more like diagonal parts, which you can, it's like, yeah, then you have like a diagonal like this, or maybe lines. I'm not sure if I'm going to do lines, like you can say like tick 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 up to here, and then tick tick tick. Yeah, but I think a line would always be one part, otherwise it would be too difficult. Triangles, I'm not sure if triangles would be something I would implement. I think stuff like that we have to see. I mean, the more shapes you do, the more complex it's going to be, more difficult for people to understand it. And actually, it might make the challenge a bit too easy. For instance, if you think of a typical house has you really do a triangle roof. Yeah, a triangle roof all of a sudden becomes very easy to do with a triangle. If you have to do that with squares, well, that's more difficult. So we have to see whether it's even possible to do it with rectangles, because I mean, like, how would you do triangle roof? You have no other choice than actually painting all the things. So maybe triangles would be necessary. And then maybe we can actually say, instead of just doing diagonal parts, we can just say, okay, look, you can do triangles, and then you have to figure out a triangle until here, and then you have to cut this piece off. I think that makes more sense. Anyway, I'm not sure if that actually would work. Anyways, I think with squares and triangles, you probably are able to do most of it. We'll have to see. So initially, it's going to be a very simple game, very easy game. Everything will be in the game, no backend. I think at some point we probably want to also implement a real backend thing for the application, where actually the game is like, okay, give me like this level, if it's with levels, or just give me a new image to paint with difficulty and whatever, and then the backend would generate one. If it's a level, then of course it has to be like always the same, predictable. If it's just say like, okay, just give me one with certain difficulty, then of course the backend has to give one. So part of the backend will also be a system where we can easily just just okay, upload images, and it will then take that image and it will pixelate it. Voila. So free aspect. I actually want to have, that's annoying, 16:9, 16:10 full HD. I actually want to, that will be for later then. Would be nice if we could actually make it so that the game would, yeah, the game has to look good on a handphone. I mean, like that's the whole thing, yeah. It's supposed to be played on mobile. Not sure about tablets. Tablets might be annoying because a tablet you typically hold this way, a mobile phone you typically hold the other way. Unless, of course, you're just going to implement it with a screen like this in mind. So the idea was that initially, because mobile phone is long along the y-axis, the game would be like, okay, here you have your frame to actually paint, and then here you would have your, I don't know, a toolbar with things with paint or whatever that you can choose, like book this color, this color, this color, this color. But we can do it the other way around, of course, as well. We can also just put like our big frame here, well, more on the side, and then on this side, and then here you have your options. Your paint, book, 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 and then anyway. So yeah, so that's it for now. So as I said, this is pretty new to me. So I have to also look into how I do it. I know I should be able to create a grid to the object. There exists something as a grid. I'm just not sure where it is. Not physics. Tile map, hexagonal. A tile map is. I'm not sure if a tile map will actually fit. Will work because I need to be able to select it, and a tile map might not be what I need. There existed something like a grid. Canvas. Huh. So yeah, we don't need any of the 3D stuff. Create empty. Create empty game object. That's not what I want. So I will also be looking a lot at my other monitor. And that's another thing I was also thinking about actually, was that like, should it be a hard-coded grid, so like you have a fixed size, as in like it will be like 20 by 20 or 30 by 20, or the grid component is going to help you align game objects such as styles based on a selected layout. Okay, so the grid is not the real grid then, or what? The grid also doesn't really have to be a real grid, I guess. I mean, it can be this is the grid. Aha. This is the grid. Okay, and this is a tile map. I delete the tile map. That doesn't do shit. Cell size, and may do what? 0.5. Oh, that exists. That's so small. Okay, and then you have very small grid. Might be too small, but that's okay. A gap. Don't want a gap, I guess. Skip. I actually could have done that as well. Just leave this at 1. 1, 1, and just put this at 0.5. 0.5. Did that do anything? Yeah, that did do shit. Interesting. Okay, and then I actually want to attach something to this. So if you click on it, move to view, prefab, replace. Can you do that? How did you do that? You have to attach code to it. This I know. Grid tilemap renderer. I think we're gonna need a tilemap. Sprites, not sprites. Physics, not physics. Tilemap. Rectangular. Okay, so then no, basically I could have not put this one. Tilemap. What is the tilemap also skill 2? Wait, so this is based on I get it. Material sprites default. And here I can add code, I think. The tilemap somewhere. Mask interaction, material sprites default. Here you have scripts. Aha, scripts, yes. Just cancel it. README editor. Here on the right, you can just read it. README monoscript. Yes, because one of the things as well is that as far as I know, Unity, just as real Unreal Engine, uses C#. That's because, of course, C and C++ is a much more efficient language to write stuff in. Which makes sense. But yeah, so I don't really have experience with C#. And so actually, well, what do I want to do? I want to create, well, it would be nice if I can already put a border around this sort of remote chunk, because of course I want to see, maybe I can do that with a sprite or something. What happens if I choose this? See, this is a weird thing, I don't know how to get started. Because you would think that this would be visible, but it's not. What's all this? You can add a component to the animation, audio effects, event layouts, mesh. And mesh might be what we need. Mesh filter, mesh renderer. The timer because conflicts with existing timer renderer. Okay. Navigation, miscellaneous. Inconstrained terrain, wind zone. Physics, playables. Scripts. Aha, so here you apparently you also add a script. I'm not sure that's what we need right now. Tilemap. Grid information, tilemap collider 2D, tilemap renderer. What's a tilemap renderer? Okay, so this is apparently the tilemap. This is a tilemap renderer. Okay, so this is tilemap renderer. Okay. Here you can add new scripts. But for some reason, it's also very interesting that they choose blue as background color. But yeah, I can't see shit. How is that the case? Spatial frame. Default line material. Bottom left, mode chunk, individual, chunk. Oh, I really have to look this up. Tiling offset seems all fine, so I would expect to actually see it. Maybe I'm just gonna add a script, new script. We have a script, and I'm gonna be render grid, render grid, render. Let's go to render grid for now. Can we rename this actually? Properties, I can rename it, okay. In case if I want to give it a decent name. Where is my grid, where did my thingy go? My script, here's my script. Okay, script. Okay, so we create a script where is here render grid. You would think that would be somewhere else located, but apparently not. Can I edit right in here? Wants to open it somewhere else. I would think you would think that, I mean, since this is open. No, he always wants to open it in somewhere else. What? That's so weird. Why? So is the Unity hub, the Unity thingy is more for the visual part and not so much for the code. Ah, that's actually a very interesting concept. Okay, but then I guess I have to. Yeah, then I have to see which editor I want to use. For now, I guess I'll just use a regular old notepad. Which is annoying because you can't see it, so I have to actually add this stuff to. To my VS Code. Okay, whoop. Okay. Wait in the center. Can I? Can't even. Okay, look preview. Whoop. Start. System dot. How do you do even that? C sharp print to console. Apparently, if system.diagnostics namespace. Okay, I'll put this separately. Then I can say debug.writeLine. This is also a very weird concept to me that you have like this starting with caps. Weird. Starting grid. And this is an update. I don't need to really update now, do I? Tick. Down map. And then I have to take a look at. I had a couple of examples here. Scripts. Icon. Sync down. Scriptable object. This is mono behavior. What? Classroom editor. Remove tutorial. This is just what the hell? Is this really a script for the tutorial? So how do I get? Oh, let's see. Unity scripting. This is just. I am not prepared for this. Beginner scripting. Okay, 7 hours 45 minutes. Beginner scripting 2 hours 45 minutes. Editor scripting. Okay. Part of beginning scripting. Okay, so the beginning script of 2 hours 45 minutes is part of the bigger 7 hours. Okay, so I definitely have to start doing this. Can I save it? Uh, hmm, hmm. Oh, I've done something like this in the past, but it's like a very, very, very long time ago. Setting up your debugging C# code in Unity. Connect external debuggers to Unity with breakpoints and point. Okay, Unity testing. I have to do all of this. Oh my god, yes, external tools. You have to configure external tools. Okay. Later. Creating using scripts. Yes. Creating scripts, unlike most other scripts, are usually created within Unity directly. You can create a new script from the create menu. Let's create C# script in the menu. The new script will be created to be sure for okay. Anatomy. Controlling a game object. And then we are here. The tile map is. I'm not sure the tile map is really a game object though. It is under 2D object, so I would assume it's a game object. The script only defines a blueprint for the component, and so none of its code will be activated until an instance of the script attaches the game object. You can attach a script by dragging the script set to the game object in the hierarchy panel in the inspector. Yeah, okay, so but I already have it connected here, yes. I'm pretty sure even if I go to game and there was a way to preview the game, to actually run it. Game, how do I start this game? Ah, here you have play. Oh my god. I would assume that this actually would do something. Maybe I did not save it. Okay. I did not save it. Automatically starting. Debug is an ambiguous reference between Unity Engine debug and okay. So apparently the Unity Engine also has a debug. Aha, then I don't need system diagnostics. Even better. Okay, save. Debug is not contained for right. God damn it. Then what is the Unity Engine debug? Is debug build Unity logger? Jawline log. Apparently here it's called log. Debug.log. Okay, I will learn it at some point. And that's the whole concept of this video, I mean, this show, this series, this channel. We are learning stuff together. Behavior is missing. The reference script unknown on this behavior is missing. What the hell does all even mean? Get current call stack. What? I didn't even do anything and started complaining. Okay, I'm gonna stop. This is step, this is pause, this is play. But I'm wondering why it doesn't say starting grid. No provider was configured for use. Make sure you add at least one provider in the adaptive. Here, starting grid. I did. But for some reason it's also in this thingy, which is not a good idea. And this is also coming from the stack trace doesn't even actually say which one it's talking about. Which object are you talking about? No provider was configured. You think that's for the? You think I need to provide a? Maybe. Okay, what if I just delete everything? I delete everything. Main camera, I assume I need that. Okay, 2D object, I say tile map. Rectangular, yes. Does this have a provider? Just still doesn't have a provider. So if I go to game and I say play, this is really the most basic thing you can have. It just has a tile map. It should not even log my starting grid. Can I clear? Clear. Okay, play. It remembers? It does remember. Oh my god, it remembers. Okay, then I have to look this up later. Later. Okay, so starting grid does work. Then the only thing I have to do now is, what I want to do is, I want to actually be able to do something with it. Variables in the inspector. Me no care. I want to get Object reference fields as well as boosting. You can also make any field whose type inherits from an editable window. Okay. Initiating prefabs at runtime, order of execution, event functions, coroutines, namespace, attributes, unity events. Okay. So now you can make use of the powerful drag and drop system in your own script. And for example, if you create a transform field in your script and add it to the game object, you can then drag another game object into that field and inspector set of a reference. I don't understand this. Namespace, coroutines, instantiating prefabs. I just want to add stuff to my script. Event functions, coroutines. I know how coroutine works. I mean, it's just functions. Oh no, apparently not. A coroutine is something that runs at the same time. Okay. Interesting. I don't care about that. Attributes. Maybe I should do like more like physics. 2D game, like 2D game development. Okay. Working with sprites, tile maps. Tile maps, component, tile map renderer. Mode, chunk, individual. You know what I probably have to do? I might have to do to the objects, which is like sprite shape, sprites. You see, square, square. This is what I probably have to do. Yes, this is what I have to do in my actual logic. See? Aha! Ha, 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 ha. Ha, ha, ha. So now I have a square, but it's not located in the actual. I can. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking I could move it, but I have to use this tool, I guess. Yeah, see. Oh, no, I cannot move it. I can move it like this. I can move it like. Oh, this is free for. Oh my god, that's actually a nice editor. Problem is that this now is just free to move wherever I want it to move, I assume. I actually don't even know what. Okay, that's interesting to know, but I actually have to create this square on the fly, and I have to fill my grid. Okay, so I have my tile map, I have my grid. Yes, so now I need to make sure I can get an instance to this grid. Scriptable tiles. Create a new class. Create a new class inheriting from tile base or any useful subclass of tile base like tile. Override any required methods to your new tile method. The following are the usual methods when you refresh tile. Get file data. Create instance of your new class using scriptable object. Create instance your tile class. You may convert this new instance to an asset. You can also make a custom editor for your tile. I'm thinking it might actually be better to just already completely fill this all with squares. And then just, that would be difficult, no? I mean, like, you're gonna have to address them in a certain way. Well, the puzzle would also be nice if you can actually do it with like triangles or hexagonals and whatever and stuff, and then your painting becomes different. Would be nice. But that's for future thing. So now I'm just thinking, so how do I do this? Can I just somehow tile base public void refresh? Okay, but I need to get my scriptable tile example. Oh my god. Okay, so instead of okay, my name is wrong. Haha. So I'm just not gonna call this grids or paint a canvas. Paint canvas. This is my painting canvas. Painting canvas. And the painting canvas is, oh, not really tile, I guess. Is it? What is this tile? Scriptable tile example. The row tile example provides the ability to linear segments onto a tile map, such as rows of pipes with a minimal set of sprites from. What does this do? vector in has refresh tile position. Okay, override get tile data. Let's route them. This determines if the tile, the position is the same route tile. When zone price using okay. Following some switch rotation, but this is really for a tile, not for a tile map. Isometric. Initialize hexagonal. Hexagonal is so fun. So cool. Tile map workflow. But anyway, there was a tile map. I don't think you can do that. Scriptable brushes, scriptable tiles. Can you script tile map as a whole? I don't think so. Huh? Let's keep this for what it is. Oh damn! I can only go back one. Oh my god. Okay, I'll keep this what it is. And then I'm actually gonna see project assets. I probably have to reorganize this, but that's okay. Create C# scripts, and I'm gonna do this here. A pixel, I guess. That becomes a concept in my game. Pixel makes sense. And then I have to say open. Yes, you can see it. And so here I would say this is a tile. The pixel is a tile. And then I have to do something like this, where these are my msprites. Actually, I don't even need msprites, do I? Do I need any of this? Well, maybe I do because well, not for now. I mean, like I'm just gonna want to paint it. But anyways, what do I say here? I say here debug dot log single tile, and then there were options. How does this work? The row tile example provides the ability to easily lay out linear segments into a tile map, such as the middle set of sprites. Okay, yeah, this determines how it looks. Here you have a create row tile. Following is a helper that adds a menu item to create a row tile assets. Asset database. Save file panel in project. Save new. Huh. That's actually so funny. So, my god, in this example, they actually create a menu. So in your editor, you can easily say create row tile, and then you can just connect them. So they've basically made a script to allow them to easily create a thingy. Okay. And then they say asset database. So they actually do always create the assets. So I think I might actually need to do the squares. Save, yes. So I think that actually does mean that here I have to say to the object sprite square. But this is going to be so annoying. How am I going to name them? This is going to be so annoying. And here you have color, yeah, and then here you have add component, and I say scripts, and then I say pixel, and if I now run this game, I go check the console, run, type or namespace, tile, I probably forgot to import something. Yeah, Unity Engine tile map 0, yeah, pixel, and I say open, and I have to Unity Engine tile maps. Okay, and then now console, then it will render. Play. Where is it? What happened to my what happened to my square? That's so weird. Okay, to the object sprite square. Yes. and I want to have this saved, please. Add components, scripts. What happened to my pixel? Uh, Ah, yeah, and that's how you do it. Here you can define. Can't you define like a whole set of sprites? And then I can say like I want to create a square here, 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 here. And it's from this object. This is, yeah, I don't have to duplicate this 100 times. I can just instantiate 100 of this, I think. I think that's how the logic works. At least I think. Or no, then I have to do it in here. I think I have to create asset in here. I have to say create sprites square. That's what it is. Yes, this is a yeah, here is okay, okay, okay. Here, yeah. Okay, 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 okay. So this is a sprite. This is the asset, and this is the actual in-game object already. And so then I would have to apply this sprite onto this object. Okay, 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 okay. But for now, I think I don't understand why I can't add the script here. Pixel. Can't add script here. Pixel. The script needs to derive from mono behavior. What? Why? It derives from tile. Script will tile example. Why? Huh? Why does it have to derive from mono behavior? So apparently it has to derive from mono behavior, but then how do I get the object in there? And how come he can do it? He creates a script. Or he does something with the tile. Then how does he attach it? Render the script here, I cannot. That's probably why it doesn't work, but I don't understand why I can't assign the script to determine my... What's wrong with the script? It's a good thing that Unity is actually already a very solid foundation, very solid engine, used a lot by people. So a particle system. A particle system. Well, the particle system, where the hell did that even come from? New particle system, particle max shapes. And then they say update shape position, but I have to create it first. Huh? I mean, like, what the hell? You can't just create, you can update stuff if you haven't created it yet. Particle shape buffer. Where did they shape buffer equals particle equals shape buffer. Okay, let's try. Let's just try. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the script. I'm gonna go for the render grid again. Open. And so what they seem to be doing is, I assume that's outside of the actual function. They have something, oh my god, so horrible that they use spaces. I'm not a space person, I'm a tab person. But this makes this look so ugly. If I do it with tabs, it's also very interesting how much tabs, or how like a tab is like one, like it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I guess 8 spaces. Who the hell takes a tab as 8 spaces? Okay, grid. I'm gonna send you this grid x. Let's say you want 10. Constant grid y equals 10. And then here I have grid x multiplied by grid y. That's how many I have, right? Okay, so that's good. And then apparently current shape count, what the hell? 4 particle shape buffer. Then you have something like this, and apparently you have something like this. I am against the notation that you actually call like this. This should also be constant. I'm not sure that's possible, but I think this is the actual grid then. And this doesn't make sense if smaller than current shape count. What do you mean current shape count? There is no current shape count. Where does the current shapes come from? I have to create them somehow. Because this is a particle array. But I don't see how they actually create the shape. Damn, there's some very mathematical stuff going on here. Oh, some people really do. Oh, Bezier curves. I once implemented Bezier curves. Well, kinda. I mean, like I copied the mathematical stuff of it. That's about it. Square grid. Procedural grid. Creating the mesh. Okay, wait. Unity create particle. Okay, I don't really need particles, I guess. I mean, particles seem to be for dynamic stuff and real particles. Wait, I think I actually saw something in the Unity documentation. Here you have asset database create asset. So oh, I can't uncomment this. Oh my god, that's so annoying. How do you do comments in here? I assume it's like this. And then I assume you can also do this type of comments. Okay. And so actually I want to do something like this. Statements can create instance I wrote a path. And the path here was enter into safe. There's also another one because this really creates a asset. Assets are here in the bottom. I don't want to create an asset. Why would I want to create an asset? I want to load an asset. I want to create an object. Unity script create object. Instantiate prefab new vector. Containing identity. What the hell is all this? It is always mono behavior. Okay, so they seem to be doing something like this where you say instantiate prefab and then you have a vector at location, I guess. For now, we'll just do 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Coordination identity, that will also be like what, 0, I guess. I'm not sure what the fourth parameter is. Rotation. That's the rotation part. Well, we don't want any rotation. We don't need any rotation. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, okay, seems good. And then you have the object, the original. Problem is I don't really have an object, do I? What happens if I add this here? Huh? Because I know sometimes what happens is that if you do stuff like this, then here also your script has like parameters. I have a error in my script. Invalid expression for dot comma expected. Okay. Can I open? No, I can't open from here. Oh, that's so annoying. So I can't see. So this is not how to do. Ah, yeah, no, of course you have to. Oh my god. I have been too much in TypeScript. This I think is how you typically do. Okay, that's how I can also hide it for you guys. Yeah. Console, can you please run? It's a starting grid, and then it says unassigned reference exception variable prefab and has not been assigned. Yes, that's correct. And now I want to know. Aha, here, see, I can, oh my god, I can here give it an object. Okay, and I don't have an object also, that's why I have to create. But do I do it underneath the map or do I just do it here? Sprites, square. Do it inside the grid or inside the map? I can't even do separate. Is that gonna work? I don't know. I don't know. The grid is a bit big. The square. Scale 1, 1. That I guess is about correct, no? Yes. That time map also doesn't align very well, but I actually want to make this hidden. I'm going to put this somewhere else, so I'm going to see if I can copy this to the place where I want it to be, or expect it to be. I say here, square, okay, and then I say run, yes. I open my log. It has been assigned. I'm pretty sure it is assigned now. Why is it still none? Why is it gone? What happened? Sometimes there's some weird stuff going on, you know that? 2D object, square, please. Okay. Square, color, whatever, yes, flip, draw mode, mask interaction, none, sprite, material sprite. I'm just wondering how to actually make this invisible now, or just like, I mean, this should not be really visible, you know, it's like, this is just my example, my, I'm gonna save. You must exit play mode, okay, how do I exit play mode? What's it saved? Ah, okay, I think because I was in, oh my god, I think because I was in play mode, none of it actually saved. Now I'm not in play mode anymore, so now it will actually, yes, okay. Oh my god, why is this stuff so difficult? So I'm gonna put it somewhere high up. I'm gonna save again, like saving a lot. Then here I say this should be square, okay. Save again, and then if I go to game, and I say play, then oh my god, it's generated a new one. So I know how to create objects. Square clone. And then if I stop, it's gone. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Can I actually give it a better name as well? Original position, rotate parents. How to, no, I can't give it a name. Oh my god, it's gonna be so annoying. I'm gonna have so much clones. Initiate 10 couples. Initiate 10 copies of prefab, each 2 units apart from each other. Yes. That's all I'm gonna have to do. But one question though: the square that I generated was bigger than this one. I don't know why. Because I mean, like, this has a scale of 1. I don't know. So I'm gonna do here const e. Well, I don't need to const. I'm just gonna see if I can do it. It's the for loop. What they're doing. For int x equals 0, smaller than grid x plus x. Oh my god, I definitely have to set up a decent editor for this one because this is annoying. And then I say x, and then I say for int y equals 0, y smaller than grid y plus y. Okay, yes, this looks horrible, bad formatting. I say x, y. Yeah, okay, yeah. I kind of forget that this is Notepad and it's like a very crappy. So now we should create a grid 10 by 10. I press play, and if it does something, aha! I don't see any edges. I can't move. How do I move? It is all okay. Okay. Interesting. Scene. Did I go to scene then? Okay, maybe I can. Oh, that's too big. Oh, no wonder it's okay. That's where the scale comes in, because this is a scale of 0.5. This is a scale of 1. But see, that's what I don't understand. This also has a scale of 1. Ah, but maybe if I... No, because then it doesn't make any sense. How? The grid? Ah, it's not even underneath the grid. Aha, so can I say the parent, original parents? Is this it? Original parent. Aha, I can assign a parent. Okay, so if I say a parent, how do I get Unity script get access to current object? How to get dynamically? I don't need to get dynamic. You would you would have to define what you mean by current game object. You mean the last game object selected in the scene? That's not what I want. I want pom 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 pom. Okay, game object dot find. That's how I do it. Copy. So I say this is all junk. So I need to say here. I say const game object talmap game object find, and this is also my name talmap. And then I say here, comma talmap, talmap capitals. And then if I game yes play, compiler error. Compiler error. What is the compiler error? Good question. What compiler error do you have? The expression being assigned to talmap must be constant. Hey. Cannot convert game object to Unity transform. Welcome. In the documentation, it clearly says 1, 1, 2, 3. Number 4 is transform. Transform parent. Ah, damn! It's not instantiated underneath. No, it will. Parent that will be assigned to the new object. Parent will transform. Why does it transform? What has a transform? Every object in a scene has a transform. It's used to store and manipulate the position, rotation, and scale of the object. Every transform can have a parent, which allows you to apply position, rotation, scale. For each transform child in transform. Transform. What the hell is transform? Okay, let's see. I'm looking in the wrong thing. Game object. I have game object. I can find game object, I guess. Apparently, he just has a dot transform. So can I do? Oh, this also not capitals at least. Talmap dot transform. Can I do this? That's why you need a decent editor. I need autocomplete. I need assistance with this. What can I do? Okay. Expression being assigned to talmap must be constant. I still don't understand this part. This has something to do with this. This is not being constant. How can this not be constant? Fine then. Maybe that's also because I'm yeah, okay. I'm thinking that this is like a different definition of constant, as in like it has to be a constant object, which is not. It's not a constant object. Oh my god, look at this shit. It's still too high. Because it now generates them half a width apart, which is interesting. Also, the 0 point is a bit interesting. But I can fix that very easily. I just say, why do I have two of them open? It's a bit confusing as well. Instead of just turning from 0, I say it's from minus grids, or no, I don't even have to, I can start from 0. From 0 to grid y, but instead of grid, I say grids x minus grids x divide by 2. I might do. And here same as minus grid y divide by 2. And if I do this, then it will work. Then it will very nicely game play. The reference script unknown on this behavior is missing. I have no idea what that means. No provider. I still have to look that up. No provider. This one. So let's have to see. Okay, so this does makes more sense. Except that my grid is an even number, which is difficult because it doesn't really align very well. But if I do this, then my half is off. That's okay, I can work with halves. But then if it's int divided by 2 becomes an int. Oh, that's not a good thing. Then it has to become a float. Float 11 dot 0. But honestly, I was actually thinking that, I mean, the size is okay now, but the x is not good. Can I just not do an x scaling here? Of course, that's my scaling part here. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Just leave this at 11 or at 10. 10, 11, 10. I have to think about that. Int, because what you basically want, you want to have is 5 above, 5 below, and then 1 in the middle. So I do 11, 11 divided by 2. It does run down to 5, so that might actually be working. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my grid, I'm going to put this at 1. Yes, let me just change this, please. I know you're compiling, I know you're doing stuff, refreshing, but I don't care about that. So I'm going to put this at 1, 1, 1, but I'm going to put this at 0 0.5. If I, where's my dot 0, 0 0.5 and 0 0.5. Okay. Taal anchor. Wow, why is my taal anchor here? What if I become 0 and 0? Okay, that actually didn't change anything, so it seems. That's maybe because I'm in the game. Stop the game. Grid. Taal map. Okay. Nothing. Okay. Interesting. But anyway, I still don't know how to disable this one. How to just create the grid without actually needing this thingy here. Okay, so this one is still not what I expected out of it. Huh? So what is this? This is minus 10, minus 10, minus 8. Why is this minus 8? Minus 8, minus 6, minus 4, minus 2, 0. Why is this 2 down? How can that be the case? I say x, I increase x, I say x minus something, but x should only go up by a 1. That doesn't make any sense. What is the smallest one? Smallest minus 10. Minus 10 also doesn't make sense. Huh? I mean, like, I started off at... That actually, no, doesn't make any sense. Unless, of course, but that would be very weird mathematics. I mean, this is wrong now. Oh my god, I just fixed something that was correct and I made it wrong. So curious to see what it's going to do now, because now it actually should be minus 10. We're starting from minus 10, going up to plus 10 because of this mistake, because x 0, 0 minus 10 becomes minus 10, minus 10 divided by 2, actually no, now it should also still be the same, minus 10, yes, minus 10, minus 8. Why does it render the same thing twice? Ah, that's because, okay, that's because they overlap now, because I do when it's 10. Why is this the case? This is because x is 10, 10 minus 10 is 0, 0 divided by 2 becomes 0. And if I do 1 minus 10 becomes minus 9, minus 9 divided by 2 also becomes so minus 10 divided by 2 is 5, minus 9 divided by 2 would be minus 4.5, but it's going to be round up or down. 10 is easier to think of. If it's 10, 10 minus 10 would be 0. 9 minus 10 would be minus 1. Minus 1 divided by 2 is minus a half. So this is wrong. So that's why this actually was correct. Because here you have the 10 divided by 2, you always do, which is a half, well, not a half, 5. So that would mean that 0 minus 5 would be minus 5. So there is no reason why this would end up at minus 10, unless, of course, the transform kicks in with the grid and stuff. The scaling takes in. Because this square, the original square, position 9, is a position that's just a bit weird because I do scaling on it. Can I get a scale out of it? Can I, for instance, say log dot, it's debug dot log scale? I assume you have to do this. Tile map dot transform dot, and then I have to check transform. What are the properties in transform? Somewhere, hopefully, it has a scale. It has a position, local rotation, local scale. The scale of the transform relative to the game object's parents. But that's gonna be 1, I assume. The global scale of the object. That's from local scale plus tile map dot transform velocity scale. You think I could? I can't. How come my scale is a half again? God damn it, did I forget to do the thingy again? Where I go to scene and I change it in here. This actually should be a scale of 1. I don't want to scale it. My cell size should be a half. Save. Maybe this actually fixes it now that it actually is a cell thingy. Why is this so big now? Why is my square so big? It has a scale of 1. Why is it a scale of 1 and it's so big? The tile map 1, 1, 1. My square is huge. Huge. And I don't see how to actually fix it. So I'm pretty sure that if I go to the game now and I run it, this will just run as a huge grid. Yes, because this is minus 5, minus 5, minus 4. But it actually does work. It did do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe what I'm going to do, just to make sure that I have it correct, I am going to put a cell gap of 0 0.1. 0.1 and a 0.1. Does that make my cells smaller, or what does that do with my cells actually? I just do this temporarily to see whether my objects overlap or not. Yes, they do overlap. So my X system is messed up. So then what is best? I don't know what's best. I have a cell size, but this apparently does not seem to be sticking to the cell size. My squares are not relative with my cell size. They are relative towards my grids. The grid, I think, is just a visual thing, no? Although the scale did have effect on it, the transformation had effect on it. My cell gap is gone again. I did not. Okay. Orientation XY. Yes, that makes much more sense. Offset info tiles on sprites. The square. Additional settings. I don't care about any of that. Color, scale, rotation, position. It's a scale of 0, but this is an absolute 1. which is way too big. I actually also have this one now. Scale. The scale is now all 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Why did I also print it so often? Like, oh my god. That's a bit ridiculous. Printing it 100 times. You know, you just want to have it maybe one time. That would definitely be enough, Chris. Okay, but I'm gonna leave it for here now. So far, I guess we are kinda able to render some kind of grid with squares. Still don't know how to get rid of this square, something I have to look up. Don't know how to take the scaling into account though. What's the best thing? I mean, like if I scale this down, my axis changes, which I don't want. I want my x to make sense. So the problem is that here this is now a half, whereas if I put this to 1, if I put this to 1 for instance, and here I put 0.1 for instance, then you will see they actually do match. But the problem is then I can only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is way too small. So then I have to, yeah, I have to do something with it. I guess I have to do apply some kind of scaling. Okay, yeah, of course, the thingy. So whatever I do with it is just pure visual. None of it actually matters. The scaling. Okay, tile map. Can I do a scale on this level? 0.5. See, but it's also very interesting. If I do it on tile map, it doesn't matter whether I do it on grid or whether I do it on tile map. Okay, well, it does matter. Ah, okay, it does matter. You can see the visuals. What if I do the scaling on tile map instead? What's that going to give me? Still the same. So now it still renders there, but at least you see a half, 1. But that's annoying. Oh, so annoying. But now at least what it does is it actually applies the scaling. This is apply the scaling. I do pass in the tile maps transform object, so it probably does apply some scaling. So that's what it does. It scales it. It scales it to a half or to 2. What if I leave this out again? Okay, it's re-rendering, it's doing it. I just need to have them a bit more compact. That's what I need. That's what I want. Yeah, see, now they're too big again. Ah, it's because now, of course, they don't have the parent. They don't have the parent of the tile map. Of course, of course, of course, of course. That's why I apply it. I apply it to the tile map. That's also why if I say create prefab replace. What? To the object, and I say square. See, this is a rather small square. If I do it on the grid, and I say to the object, right, square, this is a bigger square because this creates a square of 1, 1 in the grid. My grid is 1, 1. My square, my other square on the hand, creates 1, also a scale of 1, 1, but this scale is smaller. Anyway, I feel like this should definitely not be, this should be a scale of 1, 1. I mean, because I want to have everything to have the correct scale. Can I just not do it on the scene itself? No, I can't. Can I not just main camera? Can I not just zoom out? Maybe I should just do this, you know? I'm not sure if that's gonna work. But I mean, like, it does seem to make a lot more sense to just adjust your camera than it is to do anything. So this is now not. I am gonna put this back. I don't care about scaling anymore. But everything has to be within my tile map, or at least I feel. Especially this, my actual grid has to be within my tile map. And when I say play, now it should show up nicely. I mean, it's still going to be one junk, but at least it's going to be -5, -4, -3, -2. Yes, and I just have to make sure they have light boundaries, light edges. And so this is going to be my canvas, and then I need like grayish borders, I guess. Not sure if I can do that, but yeah, it should be possible. Another thing I can do is I can actually try to fit better on the tile map now that I have the tile map, but that's something I have to see whether I can get the objects from the tile map. I think I can. Oh, I zoomed in for like actually. Tile map. Tile map classes. You have a tile map class, and then you have a tile. So I think enumerations, orientation. That's not what I need. You have the tile. That's what you have to do. Yeah, that's okay. That's what I have to do. I'm gonna repeat. So I'm gonna forget all about this particle system. I don't care about that. I don't care about this. Don't care about this. Prefab. And so what I actually have to do is to get the actual tile map. Get the individual tiles. Use those to actually render stuff. Instead of this, I don't have to create a prefab. Then I can just say tile map, give me this tile, and I have it. Oh, and then it's also going to be much nicer because then I have. Why is it gray? What am I doing? What happened here? Where did everything go? Where is everything? Where did it all go? Huh? I don't get it. Project, what? Don't go crazy on me, please. I don't have enough experience to deal with this nonsense. Ah, wait, I have a filter here. Okay, So then I can actually easily like adjust my tile map as well, I guess. No, I mean that's the tile anchor. This is the 0, 0 center point, and then I can have. Well, I mean, like it's not very nice because look. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 by 20, although this is a bit too much on the edge, I feel. I probably want to do something about that. I have a border, or I can leave one open, of course. That's what I can do as well. So starting from 0, 0, I can just leave a border and I say, okay, let's leave a border and we fill this section with actual thingy, and then we leave maybe even a bit more. And then here you can have your stats. Yes. Okay, good. So I don't actually need a square, but that's for next time. Something else to do is I actually have to make sure that I can actually put my thingy in. So things I have to do, I have to make sure I connect my Visual Studio Code or a decent editor to this, so I can use that one instead, because this is a really horrible gaming developing experience. But it's okay. Other thing I have to, what I have to do, that was something I just said I had to do. Maybe follow some courses to actually understand how to script and to do things. That's one thing. And I have to make this into like an actual Git repository and stuff so I can commit the code. I can actually do something with it. Yes. Oh yeah, very nice things. Okay, so that's it for today. I will see you again next week.